Hello and welcome to the Techno Dinosaur meets the IT Geek, week 41. My name is David Logan, the IT Geek, the guy who takes the jargon out of technology for the homeworker. That is you, the homeworker. And my partner in crime, Willie Nicol. So here today is my Techno Dinosaur, Willie Nicol. So Willie, how are you and where are you?
Thank you, David. Partner in crime indeed. I am Willie Nicol, the Techno Dinosaur, because I'm technologically challenged. However, I'm also a personal development life coach based in Troon, South Ayrshire, Scotland.
And I'm based down in Annan, southwest of Scotland, in the lowlands. So to you, the viewer, are you watching our videos? Are you looking at our website? If not, please go to our YouTube channel. All you need to do is search for the Techno Dinosaur meets the IT Geek. Put that into Google and you'll see our social media feed. Willie, question to you this week. In your expertise, how important is language to the way we think?
Thank you, David. That's a very clever question. In a nutshell, it's very important. The way we think essentially powers the way we act. So we think and then we act. And the language we use to ourselves, inside ourselves, and to others is very important in that. For example, if we use inappropriate language, we're not going to get the result we want. So it's very important to use appropriate language. It can be as simple as I alluded to last time we talked about motivation, saying I will achieve something if I do X, Y, and Z. If we change that to I will achieve something when I do X, Y, and Z. The former, using if, is a wee bit nebulous. But if we use the word when, we've kind of put a time frame on it. Another way of looking at it is we want to use language to get us a positive result as opposed to something that might get us a negative result. And I'll use the analogy of losing weight, which I could do with doing after Christmas.
Couldn't we all?
Quite so. So if I use language like, I want to be slimmer, that's quite positive. If, however, I frame it in such a way that I say, I don't want to be fat. So the first is, I want to be slimmer, positive. I don't want to be fat is a bit negative. Or, I want to lose weight, okay, but I don't want to be a fatty anymore. The subtle distinction is you're more likely to succeed using the former language than the latter. And that's a very subtle distinction, but it's more about what you want to have rather than what you don't want to have. I want to have a slim body rather than I don't want to have a fat body. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So like my challenge for the walking, I want to walk around my route within 55 minutes. I will.
Excellent. I will do that. I want to do that. That's a positive intention. Right? That's a goal you have set, and you're more liable to achieve it than saying something like, oh, I need to do that in that time. Oh, I should be doing that. I must do it, because you're putting in a position yourself. One of the techniques I use is neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, which sounds a wee bit sci-fi scary. And to a certain extent it is. But the neuro part just means about what goes on in your head, your thinking. Linguistics is the use of language. And programming, which sounds a bit scary, is not, because it's kind of like what you do, computers, programming computers, resetting computers, recoding them, updating them, right? So if I can say it simplistically as, we're going to update programming, the neuro, or thinking, by using appropriate language. And I would urge viewers to go into Google and just do a bit of research in NLP. It's a tool or a methodology whereby we can learn to use correct language, which will give us more chance of achieving what we want to achieve. As I've just alluded to with the losing weight metaphor. The use of language is very important. As you can imagine, talking to other people, you use appropriate language. Because if you use inappropriate language, you're liable to get some blowback. Or, as we say in the west of Scotland, a punch in the face. Right? So we use appropriate language. Funnily enough, however, we very often use inappropriate language on ourselves. So we can say things internally inside our head, oh, I didn't achieve that goal, I'm useless. I didn't lose that weight, I'm a fatty. I didn't make that walk in that length of time, I'm a failure. Right? That kind of negative thinking can be very detrimental. Whereas if we do exercise some more appropriate thinking, more positive thinking, I will achieve that, I want to achieve that, I'm going to achieve that. You take away the negativity and replace it with some positivity. So it's a way of changing the way you think by using language in a more appropriate and positive manner. And I hope that has all made sense. If it hasn't, please get in touch with me.
Thank you, Willie. To the viewer, you heard what Willie said. If you want more information, speak to Willie. Private message or comment down below. Thank you, Willie, for that. Fantastic. Good thing. Any conclusion you want to add to your spiel?
My spiel, my shtick, as it were, yes. No, I don't want to add anything else, apart from to say to the viewer, I hope you find that useful. It's a way of making your life potentially more positive. So stay safe, stay well, remember to have some fun too, and it's bye from me, Willie Nicol, the Techno Dinosaur.
And bye from me, David Logan, the IT Geek, making technology simple and easy to use. Goodbye, stay safe, have fun.